In this video, I'll discuss shared VM settings. You can use VMware to share virtual machines across a network. And so let's go ahead and take a look first at the Edit Preferences. And you'll see a setting here that says Shared VMs. Now, by default, sharing is going to be turned on. So you can see that right now it says Disable Sharing. If for some reason you need to disable that, you can click that button, but I wouldn't recommend it. And the port that's being used by VMware Workstation Server is 443, which is a secure port used for HTTPS, Secure Socket Layers communication. Now, we also have a setting for Shared VMs location, which you can change. And right now, I've got a folder called Shared Virtual Machines on drive F that I'm going to use. So everything looks pretty good there. But again, if you need to, you can change this location using the Browse button. You can disable the sharing if you need to, but I wouldn't recommend changing that port, although you can do it. So I'll go ahead and cancel that. And then click on View, Customize, and then turn my library on. You can also use F9 to do that. And under the library, under my computer and all the various virtual machines I have here, you can see there's a setting called Shared VMs. So if I click that, I can actually see what we have shared. Now, right now, nothing is shared, but let's say I wanted to share my Windows 7 machine with the network. I'll go ahead and right-click that and choose Manage, and there's an option for Share. I'll go ahead and click that, and that'll launch a wizard. Now, I'll go ahead and click Next, and then you have the option of creating a clone of the virtual machine or just moving the virtual machine. So you've got two choices here. Moving it will make it a shared machine across the network. Cloning it will retain the original copy and create a new copy for you to share. So I'll just go ahead and choose to move it. And remember, we've already set our location for the shared virtual machines in the preferences setting, and it's shared virtual machines on drive F. So I'll go ahead and click Finish. And it's a pretty quick process because we're not creating a copy of it. If we were copying it, it might take a while depending on the size of the virtual hard disk that you had in that virtual machine. So I'll go ahead and close that. And now we've actually got a shared VM that can be accessed. Now, in order to access it, you need to have the information for the server that's sharing it. Now, I've got another computer on the network. Let's go ahead and choose File, Connect to Server, and enter the IP address, and then the username and the password. And once you've done that and click Connect, it should connect. Now, you might get this invalid security certificate. I'll go ahead and say always trust. I know the certificate is on a server located on my local network, but you can view it and install it if you need to. I'll go ahead and do that actually. Click Install Certificate. Go through the wizard. Okay, great. So we're done that. I'll get out of that. And then just go ahead and just say always trust this host. So I've checked that, and then connect anyway. Okay, now you have the option of actually remembering that login information. So I'll go ahead and say do not show this again. I'll check that and say remember. And that way I don't have to go through that again. And you can see that on this system, I have one shared virtual machine, and it gives us information over in this pane about the various things, the CPU usage, memory usage, disk usage, what capacities are available, and so on. So if I click this, it'll actually show me that shared virtual machine that's running on my other server, and I can actually go ahead and run it now, and it'll actually power that up and launch it as if we were running it from our own VMware Workstation machine here.